Hi, I'm Terry Boyle, and as part of the JVN management team here in Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey, we pride ourselves on the quality services that we provide to the U.S. government through supporting their contract staff. Our employees have taken advantage of University of Phoenix not only to provide their enhancements to their technical skills, which are always changing in this technology environment, but also their ability to communicate with their peers, management, and subordinates. University of Phoenix offers our employees the ability to provide these skills whether they are locally housed here in New Jersey or on travels supporting our customers. University of Phoenix offers various vehicles to allow our employees to continue their education via Skype or other methods that have enhanced the staff that we have, and we're looking forward to enhancing our staff in the future.
Hello, and thank you, Terry. Yes, Terry and a few others at our government operations were looking to finish up some software engineering degrees. We did a lot of research, and we ended up turning to University of Phoenix. By far, they offered the most state-of-the-art, accommodating technology that we knew we would be able to benefit from based on our largely deferred travel schedule. A lot of the times, half of us are out on the West Coast, some people are overseas, and we needed a school that could accommodate that. And University of Phoenix does just that. We're able to log in via Skype, FaceTime, Google+, GoToMeeting, and not only do they allow us to use this, they promote it. They're one of the best schools around that's going to promote the latest and greatest technology because they understand the need of the working professional. And also, when you're done and you've completed your degree, you have these skills, you have these tools.
In many of the classes at the University of Phoenix, the class is divided into groups or learning teams to complete tasks or assignments. These teams work together through various means of communication to complete assignments. And this is relative to the workplace because this teaches real-life work experience by having to deal with people from different backgrounds so that people can communicate more efficiently when they are at work. Effective communication in the workplace is vital for workplace success. So University of Phoenix, the learning teams are a crucial part of the work experience needed in real life.
The University of Phoenix has designed a program that focuses and relies on teams. And they've done this to better prepare students for when they're released to the real world and have real jobs. Most jobs, you're going to be working with a team, a group of people, and you're going to need to get along with those people. And that's exactly what University of Phoenix does. It prepares you in a team environment where you face team problems and you have team responsibilities, where everyone's held accountable. And although this is tough sometimes because you're dealing with such a wide variety of people, personalities, it best prepares you for what you're going to experience in the real world. I kind of did things backwards. I started a career first, so going into University of Phoenix, I was well equipped for some of the situations I was going to experience in a team environment. But wow, I have to say it's been one of the best and most positive experiences I've had so far in my school career.
Hi, I'm about to tell you why University of Phoenix is good and why you can communicate well as a team. Like I'm doing now, you can communicate in the field. As you see, I'm in my basic firing gear for the military right now, and you can communicate through several different ways, which I'm about to tell you in the rest of the video. Basically, I just wanted to show you all that you can communicate anywhere and in any form you basically want with the University of Phoenix, and you could build teams around that, being able to talk anywhere and not having to take classes online.
When working on learning teams at the University of Phoenix, good communication skills amongst team members are vital for learning team success. Good communication amongst team members can sometimes be difficult. Students often tend to live in different time zones and have different schedules. There are many ways for learning teams to effectively communicate throughout the week. Learning teams can make use of the Learning Team Forum to post messages or share files with each other. Learning teams can also use the Learning Team Charter to coordinate date and time for all Learning Team members to attend virtual meetings. These virtual meetings can be held via Skype. This is probably the most effective way for teams to hold meetings.
Okay, I'm going to explain the strategies for success and succeeding in the University of Phoenix with the learning team. First, you should always get set up some kind of goals, and also see checkpoints that you would come across by while you're making your way up to that goal, and how each is progressing you closer and closer to the end goal or the end result that you want to get toward. Next, I want to explain how you're going to get started communicating with your team, and of course we're going to need some kind of form of good communication as far as Google Plus, Skype, and FaceTime. Those are three main ones. Google Plus, you have to have a Google account. Anyone can get a Google account. Most smartphones, Android side, make you sign up with a Google account when you first get your Android smartphone. Skype, it usually comes with any new Windows, Microsoft computers. FaceTime is Apple based. Not everyone has Apple. Some people are Droid based phones, and some just like to use the Windows computer. And with the Windows and Droid based phones, you can't have FaceTime because it requires an Apple account.
That's exactly right, Amanda. Good communication skills is vital, especially for team success. That's where the University of Phoenix excels big time. I think there was a report back in 2013, the National Center of Educational Statistics put out a report. There's over 20.5 million students applying and enrolled in online college, distant learning. That number is huge. So you have all this influx of students, enrolling. There's only one way to deal with this and create a platform where actual education and learning can be adapted, and that is with clear communication skills amongst team members. So I just wanted to touch a little bit on what Amanda said there, and just drive the fact home that if you, without communication skills, you're really left with nothing. If I misinterpret what you say, or you don't understand what I say, entire projects can fall apart. And it's a vital and key component to the success of your learning experience, and especially with your teams.
In the workplace, it is particularly important for workers to be able to communicate effectively. It is especially important for those in the position of managing others to have good public speaking skills. When managers can communicate with their workers effectively, this makes for a more productive work environment. Other circumstances that public speaking is needed is for graduations, funerals, weddings, etc. It is important to remember that circumstances can influence public speaking. According to Zurewski, 2011, speeches, however, achieve their power by responding effectively to a particular situation. The power of a speech depends on the certain circumstances that they are under. So it is important that speakers be able to communicate effectively.
Yes, Amanda, that's exactly right. Being able to publicly speak and represent yourself in a fashion that could impress a potential employer is exactly why we're going to this school. As we finish up our college days and we run out into the workplace, the market's flooded with candidates that are just waiting for your job. It's not like it used to be. Now, when a job's posted, there's hundreds to thousands of people in line for these jobs. So we need to stand out. We need to grab the attention, say, hey, here I am. I'm the candidate for you. And Phoenix does exactly that. It prepares us on how to speak properly and jump out at someone and say, hey, I'm here. I can do this for you. Even better than the next guy. New York Times ran an article back in '06, and basically showing this curve that's starting to happen with employers and colleges, and University of Phoenix is gaining a lot more respect as an online college. I mean, back in a report, I think they said 5 to 10% of their candidates were now possessing a degree from the University of Phoenix or another online institute. And growing. So there's a huge trend in where they're pulling employees from, and you have one chance, and that's to be able to properly represent yourself through public speaking.
Good
Now I'm going to explain how to solve a dilemma caused by the time zones and work schedules of you and your teammates. When you first get into the team, y'all should all talk about schedules and time zones that y'all might be in, the different ones, and how many hours are behind or ahead each team member might be. Every week discuss a time in which that you'll be free, either when you're just getting off work and you have time to set up your computer to talk to them, or a time that you're just off that day and you can talk that day freely. Okay, next I'm gonna explain how to solve a conflict, both the positive and negative side of conflicts. With a positive conflict, you can approach with a neutral attitude and see it from both sides, and basically you're having conflict, but it's y'all are both taking in ideas from each other and taking in each other's point of view and seeing how you can work it out constructively. Negative conflicts are usually yelling and people differing and not wanting to take in each other's ideas, and usually a little bit more verbal violence than a positive conflict. You can also turn in a negative conflict into a positive conflict by helping them see each other's sides of the story. And how you would deliver your final product in the most constructive way possible is just planning and go over what you're going to deliver, and just know base subjects are kind of like an outline. The best way would probably make a final outline, or start out with an outline, make a final one, kind of rehearse what you're going to say, get your subjects down, and then you can play off each subject that you put down in the outline.
Communication is important in all areas of life. When giving a speech, there are many things a speaker needs to keep in mind. When giving a virtual speech, it is important for the speaker to not read directly from their notes and to look into the camera as much as possible. It is also important for a speaker to include a smile during their speech. This smile can show that the speaker is comfortable and that they are confident in the message that they are sharing. It is also important for speakers to keep in mind their audience. When giving a speech, you don't want to offend anyone in the audience. It is also important not to overwhelm the audience with too much information. This is especially important when you're using virtual aids.
Hello, Troy Clifford here again, this time recording right from my own home office, my favorite place to actually work. And that's the beauty of University of Phoenix. It allows a student to stay and remain in communication throughout their careers, throughout life, throughout their daily activities that can disrupt and sometimes make it hard to communicate, especially when you're assigned on team type projects where that sort of communication line needs to be established. University of Phoenix has built a program around it. They've initiated tools and programs and websites where, regardless of where you are, an airport, your work, overseas, on a beach, as long as you can get online, the devices and the applications are out there. They've spent a great deal of time, and I'll tell you, the products are phenomenal. I have my smartphone. I use it constantly to stay in contact. It's the easiest thing for me to do. Even while I'm at work, on my lunch break, I look down, I grab my cell phone, and I see my fellow classmates, my teammates have posted a question. I can immediately respond. Now, they're not left hanging, and I hate the feeling that I'm holding someone back. And if someone's waiting for something from me, I'm able to produce it for them as quick as possible. And that's what University of Phoenix has done here. They have provided an incredible working environment, and they're really taking advantage of all the technologies out there by using things like Skype and Google and FaceTime and Google+. They understand today's modern student and what they need to succeed. And I have to tell you, I don't think my college experience could have possibly been any better without the technology that University of Phoenix has stepped up and shown. So, have a good day.
The benefit of University of Phoenix to our staff is not only being able to provide the technical knowledge to our students, but also provide a framework in the delivery of this knowledge, and also be able to teach the students how to work in a cooperative environment. The ability for communication is demonstrated in every facet of the positions we hold here in the government. The flexible scheduling is a benefit to our employees who are on travel, but also feel still connected to their team by being able to use other avenues, i.e. Skype, to accomplish the requirements for receiving their degree.